Guess what? Today, Molly and I, our kitty, is going to show a new product that we're really excited about. And this product is called Waggle. And we have been looking for something like this for quite some time to make sure that Molly and Mink, who's being a little camera shy over there, can stay safe inside our RV. Can't wait to show you this. Well, hi, it's Jerry. Molly and I are sharing a new product with you that we've been asked to review, and we're really excited about this. This is called a Waggle, W-A-G-G-L-E. Waggle provided us with this product and asked us if we would like to take a look at it, and we said absolutely. We travel with Mink and Molly, and Molly's right here with me today. She's decided that she wanted to be part of the camera. And we have this pet monitor, and we're really excited about this. We have tried, as a matter of fact, I got a video from about 2 years ago that we have used to where we have a temperature monitor that runs through Wi-Fi. And it's kind of hit or miss, and we've never been able to trust it 100%. We've tried so many different devices, and we have been looking for something that will allow us to not only monitor the temperature inside the RV, but as well as if the power is off or on. And let's share with why that's important. A lot of times we travel in the summer, and we'll travel where climates are a bit hot. And even if you travel in an area where the climate isn't that hot, your RV can still get, as many of us know, your RV can get extraordinarily hot if you don't have the air conditioner on for a couple reasons. Let's say that this side of the RV here was facing toward the sun. And even if the temperatures are, say, in the 80s, mid-80s, if you get hot direct sunlight that's hitting on the side of that camper, it will literally radiate. Oh, I'll give you a for instance, and this was shocking to us. We were down in Florida not long ago, and this side of the camper was facing the morning sun. And from about 11 in the morning till about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the arc of the sun created a tremendous amount of heat on this side of the RV. And I've got a laser thermometer, and I shot it against the wall right here, and just to see what the temperature might be. And it was 130 degrees radiating off the walls. Now, I know there's things you can do to block the sun from coming in the windows and all those types of things, but there's very little that you can do to block the sun from hitting the side of your camper. I mean, you can put an awning up, but you can't cover the whole side of the camper many times. And we're not able to do that. We have an awning on this side of the camper, but on this side we have nothing. And it can get extraordinarily hot. Now, leaving the RV has always been a concern for a couple reasons. What if the power went out? Or what if we had an air conditioner fail, or any of those types of things? With this Waggle system that we have here, it will send us an alert to our phone that says the power is out. Or if the temperature gets above or below a range, even if you were in a very, very cold climate and your heater went out, you can set a low range to make sure that the temperature inside the RV stayed at a level to where you would not harm your pets, whether you've got, a Mink and Molly inside, or, you had your puppies, or whatever that you have inside your camper. You want to make sure that you take good care of them, and you don't let you don't want to let temperature affect them. Look, we've all been in our campers when we've had them sitting still before we take off somewhere. And, we have been inside this camper here where it was sitting out in a driveway before we took it off in the middle of the afternoon, and looked at the thermometer, and it's 110, 115 degrees inside. Look, that would really, really harm one of our kitties, if something like that happened and we were gone for extended periods of time, and we don't want to have that happen. We're really excited about the Waggle system. So let me give you a few pros and cons. As I'll unbox this in just a minute, you'll find out it's a very small system. It's very simple. And it does not require Wi-Fi. How it works is you buy into one of their monitoring systems, and there is a cost to this, to run over a cellular network. And the good thing is they use some type of a bulk plan that they have acquired and pass a lower cost to you for monitoring through Verizon. And we're finding out that in the places that we've been to, it works really, really well. So if you have a cell phone, regardless of what carrier you're using on your cell phone, if you've got coverage on your cell phone, and if you have coverage with Verizon where you're parked, then this Waggle system will sync up and work, and work well that it does. So we're in an area right now that has moderate Verizon coverage. I think we've got 2 bars, 3 bars on the phone. If we're inside, it's about 2 bars. Outside, it's about 3 bars. So we're going to install this. Molly just left the camera, but we're excited about showing you this product and showing you how it works. So let me show you this device. We'll install it. I'll show you how to set up your app and show you the plans that you can acquire. Again, the system is relatively simple. It's very easy to set up. There's not a lot of pieces and parts to it. So let's just go ahead and look at it. You get a couple items here. First of all, you get this is the directions. They're very, very simple to be able to follow on how to do your setup. It took me. I've already gone through a setup process once with this. It was relatively simple. You're given just a few different items. One that was very, very important is the app, and they give you a QR code for your iOS or iPhone. They give you one that is for Android as well. Again, took a snapshot of that. App loaded. It was easy to set up the app. They've got a sticker you can put on your door if you want to show people that you've got this that's going on, warranty information. So let me show you the device. Here is the device, the Waggle device that it's itself. Again, it's very, very simple. It comes in a little bitty carrier. Let me snap this out of here. Here is, you have a pill and stick that you peel off the back, and you can stick it somewhere. And let me share with you about where you might want to place this. Let me share a few tips on where you might want to consider placing your Waggle device. One thing you would not want to do is place it, as I shared with you earlier, against a wall that would be receiving direct sunlight. I wouldn't put it on a wall. I would put it somewhere on a cabinet that is slightly away from that wall. That way you will not be getting false positives. It would heat that unit up and then not be what the true ambient temperature is inside your RV. The second thing I would do is place it near a window at a low spot to where the sun might come in and directly hit that Waggle device and heat the device up from the sun. Again, providing a false positive that would not be the ambient temperature of the camper. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to put it close to the back by a window. I'll put it up a little higher, up close to the valance of where our curtains are located. And we can also pull the blind down a little bit to ensure that we're not going to have direct sunlight on it. So I think that's very important. The second thing is we're going to place it by a window. If you've been traveling in your RV and you've got one of these, portable hot spots, or you're on your cell phone, you've noticed sometimes you have to sit by a window if you're in a poor coverage area to be able to get a good strong signal from your cellular tower. And this will hold true for this device as well. If you're placing it somewhere in the middle of your camper and you've got a lot of metal infrastructure, refrigerators, microwaves, electrical wiring, all these types of things, sometimes it can knock your signal down a bit, and placing this over closer to a window will give you a better opportunity for just a little bit better coverage. The difference in, say, 1 bar versus no bars, or 2 bars versus 1 bar, that type of a thing. So let's look at the rest of this, and then we'll go forward and get this installed. Also, when you go to set it up, there's a QR code here on the back that you will snap with your phone, and then that will register this device, and then you will select the plan you want to operate. Now also notice right here, if you can make it out in the camera, there's a small little hole here. You want to make sure wherever you place this, you never block this hole that's located here, because this is part of the temperature monitoring that you have here. Then when you turn it on, you'll actually see your battery life and what else is on here. Again, it's a very simple device to be able to set up. It's snapped here to where you place this. You'll snap this in like so, and you'll want to make sure the hole is down here at the bottom. And then they provide you with just a common wall wart and this USB device that's located here. Now then, the good thing about this is that this is standard USB. It only requires 0.6 amps. So you might ask, well, what if I have a USB charger and we're boondocking and I'm not hooked up to power to where I can run the AC part? Well, guess what? If you had a USB adapter that you can either plug into the wall of your camper that will produce at least 0.6 amps, which most will, or like your 12-volt round, what we used to call cigarette adapters, you could plug this in there and then plug this into the Waggle here as well, and it would you could use that for power as well. So it's a very simple, well thought out configuration. So let's get it turned on, and I'll show you the app and show you how this works. So I'll show you here where I've installed our Waggle. Again, it's just a very simple little installation, pill and stick. Just placed it on the wall, and then you just plug that little, I call them wall warts, you just plug it into the receptacle. And that's very, very important, because not only will that keep this unit charged, this is also monitoring AC power, and that's very, very important when you're considering traveling. And what if you lose power? Then you will lose air conditioning, then the temperature will rise. If you're an hour away, you know how much time you've got before you get back and everything heats up. As we look at the device here, and it will show you I've got a good cell signal. It's showing that it's charging. It's 79.6 degrees Fahrenheit, and I have 65% humidity inside the camper as well. Yep, we're in the South. And you can change this to Celsius for those of you who are in Canada and other locations, or you're Canadian and you prefer to be here. Again, I talked about where we placed it. I've got it a little bit higher up. We will pull the blinds definitely so that the sun will not come in and directly impact it. And we're ready for monitoring. So let me show you the app and show you what this looks like. Okay, let's start with the Waggle app. Again, this is the Waggle app that I showed you. This is an iPhone that I'm using today. And the app I obtained from a QR code, then scan the back of the unit, and then it pops up. And let's look at what the app looks like. You will call your device a specific name. And then once you place that name inside there, then you can have actually multiple devices. If you had an RV that was large enough, you could put one in the front, one in the back, or if you had multiple RVs that you were monitoring, you can monitor them all from one specific app, so you have that ability to do that. And I'll show you where the settings and so forth are. You see today is the first day of October, and it's noontime when I'm recording this video. You can see here about midways I have the minimum temperature set for the RV to monitor at 50 degrees Fahrenheit, and I have the maximum at 80. Why? If we're an hour away and we have one of these alarms come up, we feel like we can get back in time before we have a specific problem. Also, you will see here in the middle, you will see that the current temperature inside our fifth wheel is 79 degrees and a half. You'll see the humidity. We are in the South, even though we're up in the mountains, is 65%. Welcome to the East Coast. You'll see that as well. The other thing that you will see up at the top here next to the date is the signal level that we have from the unit. You'll see it's very, very high, all bars. And you'll see that it currently has power by the battery having the lightning bolt in it. That shows you that there is power. I do want to take you down to the settings button. And you've got several things that you can do. I'm going to show you what I believe is the most important ones. Here is the first one. Let's look at alerts. You can see past where I was testing this unit, you can see past alerts where, the power went off and on. You can see 11 minutes ago we had a power loss alert. Then you can see 21 minutes we had a power recovery alert, so showing you that. You can see that there's no temperature alarms. You can see where the power was lost here with the battery loss, and then you can also see that there were no humidity. So you can look at humidity, you can use temperature as well. Going back to this, let's look at settings. So here we have the settings for this specific unit. You can set it for Fahrenheit, or you can set it for Celsius if you choose to do that, just simply by pressing that button. I have mine turned on for all alerts. So if you look at all the alerts that are available here, there's temperature alerts and low battery alerts, power, RV power on, RV power off, network alerts, meaning that the unit cannot see a cell tower, very, very important. You can see humidity alerts, your email address, your phone number alerts. You can set this to receive email alerts as well. I think that's important. If the app was not behaving well on your phone for some reason, then you could have an issue and it would email you as well. You can set it up for mobile number alerts. So this is where you get your text message, and that's the way we have ours set up. So when we have a problem here, the unit will alert us that we have some issue going on. And then here's where I think the flexibility of this unit is most important. You can see your temperature alert frequency. I have it set every 10 minutes. So once we hit that low threshold or high threshold, every 10 minutes, it will continue to send us alerts. Now, why do I think that's important? If for some reason we're out traveling about, we were to lose a cell signal for a little bit, miss the alert, 10 minutes later, we should be in some area, we would hope, that would have cell coverage, and we'll get it again. And then we have it set for 30 minutes for power alerts. And we might change that one and reduce that one a little bit more as well. And then you can see your minimum temperature, maximum temperatures, minimum humidity, maximum humidity. Yes, it is set for 75%. Again, we're here. And if for some reason we did lose power and we're trying to scramble to get back to a location, once the battery gets to 30%, then it will notify us that, we're not going to have the monitor much longer after 30%. So we would have that as well. Let me show you a few other features. There are 3 plans that are currently available, and if you think about this, this is much, much less expensive than saying going out and buying a hotspot and paying $30, $40, $50, $60 a month for something like that, and some other external device that you would have to buy. Again, they have a yearly plan that is $12.50 a month. Billed for 12 months. They have a half-year plan, so if you're only going to be traveling for half of a year, it's $15 a month. And then the flexibility is, let's say you're just going to be going off for a weekend or going off for your vacation week or 2 weeks or something like that. You can run their monthly plan and do it for $16 and then turn it off at the end of that. So I think that's very, very flexible. You also notice here at the top, you have the ability to do 1 pet monitor, 2 pet monitor, or 5 pet monitors. If you were, say, a group or a family, and you want to monitor everybody's unit from one device, and then you only pay for the 1 plan to be able to monitor that. So that's another very flexible plan that you have here. Well, I'm out taking a short hike, and I thought what I would do is just show you how this Waggle works when you're out and about. So Joan's back at the camper, and I've called her and had her do a few things like, turn the air conditioner off for a minute, just let it get up just, above 80 degrees. We set it down to 80 for those types of alerts, and then unplug the unit. And I'd had it unplugged for a while so we could test this and get the battery down a little bit low. So we're below the 30% mark, and we'll show you how the alarms work on that. So let me show you what happens on my phone when this type of thing happens. Here we go. Here's the Waggle app that I will pull up. We'll look at that. We can see it's 82 degrees. We have moved this back up to 85, but it's 82 in the camper right now. You can see I have the max set now for 88 degrees. And we can look at some of the alarms that we've received while we were out traveling about. So let's look at a couple of those. So here's some of the alarms that I created. You can look and see here up at the top that we exceeded 80 degrees, 80.01, and it triggered at 12:31. And then we did it again at 12 minutes and 12:42. We did that again. And then we pulled the power on it right around 1:30. And we had already had a low battery, and you can actually see the power reporting here from that standpoint as well. And then at the very, very bottom, I had Joan plug it back in at 1:47, and you can see the unit has power again. You can see the battery is charging, so you can see the difference in low battery. We had it marked to go off below 30%, and then we had it to show again when the battery is charging again. So when you look at this screen, you can now see from these just regular text alerts that we received while we're out walking about. Beep, we got the text alert. We could say, uh-oh, it's getting hot in the camper, or uh-oh, we've lost power. Any of those types of things we can see now. Pretty neat. I hope you found today's video helpful. First of all, thank you, Waggle, for providing us with this evaluation unit. We have been looking forward to finding something like this for a very long time, and this fits our needs exactly for our Mink and Molly, who's been traveling with us since 2014 in hot climates and in cold climates. And now we have an assurance that we can keep an environment inside our RV that is safe for them to be in where we're out traveling about. I think that's very, very important. It gives us a lot of comfort knowing that we can take care of them even though we're out driving around. So that's very important to us. In addition to Waggle providing this unit for us to evaluate, let me show you how to set it up and use it. They also provided us with a discount code to give you a significant discount in the purchase of your own Waggle device. It's in the description of this YouTube video, or I would encourage you to go out to this card to today's blog at ilovervlife.com, and inside that you will also see a little bit more information on the write-up of the Waggle, a few pictures, as well as this video again if you would like to share it with someone. And you will also have that link that you can go to purchase your own Waggle at a discount. Now think about this. You can, if you're a full-timer or you're a long-timer like Joan and I, you can subscribe month to month or for a whole year for this device. It is far less expensive to be able to use the Waggle through their plan, from $12.50 to $16 versus buying a hotspot, subscribing $20, $30, $40, $50 for a hotspot plan, then going through the challenges that Joan and I have gone through trying to find a device that works via Wi-Fi successfully, and buying device after device after device. This is far simpler. It's easy to set up. It'll monitor your temperature, the humidity, and the power. I think that's all important, and text you a message to your phone if you've had an alert. So I think you'll find this extremely helpful. Look, Joan and I love putting these types of videos together. Molly even joined us today. She was so excited about the Waggle product. And we do this for one reason. You got it. It's because we love RV life.